Welcome to the Dairy Digest. I'm Dr. Jackie Borman. In today's installment of the Purdue Dairy Digest, Dr. Jim Aldrich from CSA Animal Nutrition will be discussing the value of dairy products for an aging population.
Today I'll be discussing the value of dairy products for skeletal muscle health in an aging population. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Anna Thaulicker Mercer, who is an assistant professor of human nutrition at Cornell University. Much of the information was taken from a paper she presented at the Cornell Nutrition Conference in 2016. In the United States, the so-called baby boomers, those born after World War II, between the years 1946 and 1964, currently those would be people 54 to 72 years old. It's the largest single generation in U.S. history. There are 74 million boomers living today. Some have termed this the silver tsunami as this group ages and enters their retirement years. At the same time, life expectancy is increasing. Although people are living longer, quality of life is not necessarily improving. The number of years of impaired living may actually be increasing due to metabolic disease and physical impairment associated with obesity and loss of muscle mass. Skeletal muscle is the largest organ system in the body and is around 45% of total body weight in young men and about 35% in young women. Actually, skeletal muscle actually begins to decline as much as 3 to 5% each decade after age 30, reaching about 25 to 35% of body weight by age 70. Age-related loss of muscle mass is called sarcopenia and is associated with a decrease in strength, an increase in risk for falls and fractures, as well as loss of mobility and culminating in loss of independence, and also has been linked to other physical disabilities in older adults. One thing that seems to be especially true about this generation is that they want to maintain an active lifestyle as long as possible, to be able to play with the grandchildren, participate in physical activities, to travel, and of course to maintain their independence. Attenuating sarcopenia will be very important to achieve these lifestyle goals. Two keys to maintaining muscle mass are resistance exercise and adequate dietary protein intake. This is where dairy products come in to provide high-quality protein with all the essential amino acids, especially leucine. Leucine is one of the branched-chain amino acids, which has been shown to be particularly important for building and maintaining muscle. Studies have demonstrated that dairy provides the necessary nutrients for maximal gains in skeletal muscle synthesis compared to other protein sources like soy protein. The leucine content of whey protein, for example, is 11% compared to just 6% in soy protein. In one study, older women who consumed 2.2 or greater servings of dairy per day had significantly greater gains in muscle in their arms and legs than those consuming less than 1.5 servings per day. There are several other reasons why dairy products have particular benefits for older adults. Surveys indicate that 30 to 35% of adults aged 65 to 85 years are obese. Reducing caloric intake as a way to lose weight is risky for older adults, as it initiates loss of lean body mass along with the loss of fat. Therefore, there is a need for methods to reduce weight while maintaining muscle mass. The calcium provided by dairy has been shown to promote reduction of adipose tissue cells, and the high branched-chain amino acid content in milk protein helps to redirect dietary energy from adipose tissue to skeletal muscle. So the high calcium and amino acid content of milk supports weight loss, at the same time maximizing lean body mass. Other advantages of dairy products, particularly for this demographic, is that dairy protein is available in single servings that require no to minimal preparation, and because of their liquid and soft texture, can be consumed despite dentation challenges faced by some older adults. And lastly, dairy products are very affordable for the nutrients they provide compared to other alternative sources. Dairy protein intake is important for this group for all the health and well-being benefits mentioned, especially the age-related loss of muscle mass. For the dairy industry, these baby boomers represent a large consumer base. with 74 million strong, if we could encourage an average of just one additional 8-ounce serving of milk or equivalent dairy product per person per day, this would consume 13.5 billion pounds of milk annually. This modest increase in consumption for this group would represent over 6% of the total annual U.S. dairy production of about 212 billion pounds.